You're incompetent, Marcus. Absolutely incompetent. Derek's voice cut through the conference room like a blade. Every head turned toward me. 12 colleagues. 12 witnesses. The projector still displayed my quarterly analysis, the one I'd spent 3 weeks perfecting. This data is garbage, he continued, tapping the screen with his knuckles. Did you even check these numbers, or did you just make them up? My face burned. My throat closed. I couldn't speak. He leaned closer, his coffee breath hitting my face. Maybe you're not cut out for this level of work. The room stayed silent. Nobody defended me. Nobody even looked at me. Derek straightened his tie and smiled, that cold, satisfied smile I'd seen him use on others before. Meeting dismissed, he announced. Marcus, stay behind. Chairs scraped. People filed out quickly, avoiding my eyes. The door clicked shut. I stood there, hands trembling, staring at my work being cold garbage. What Derek didn't know was that I'd been documenting everything for 6 months. And tonight, that documentation would change everything. My name is Marcus Bennett, and 3 hours before Derek humiliated me, I thought I was finally safe. I'd been at Summit Analytics for 4 years. Good reviews. Solid work. No problems. Then Derek transferred to our department 8 months ago. Everything changed. He started small, questioning my methods, dismissing my suggestions, talking over me in meetings. Then it escalated. He took credit for my client retention strategy in front of leadership. He blamed me when his own projections failed. He made jokes about my appearance during team lunches. I told myself it would pass. I told myself to keep my head down. I told myself wrong. Because 6 months ago, after he publicly mocked my report format, I started keeping records. Every email, every meeting note, every witness. I built a case without anyone knowing. And today, after that conference room humiliation, I finally had enough evidence to act. After the meeting, Derek didn't apologize. He sat on the edge of the conference table, arms crossed, looking at me like I was something stuck to his shoe. You need to understand something, Marcus, he said casually. I have standards, high standards, and you're not meeting them. My jaw clenched. Those numbers were verified. I triple-checked them. Then you checked them wrong. I didn't. Are you arguing with me? His voice dropped dangerously low. I stopped talking. He stood and walked toward the door, pausing with his hand on the handle. Fix it by Monday. And Marcus. He looked back. Next time you waste everyone's time with sloppy work, there will be consequences. He left. I stood alone in that conference room, humiliation burning through my chest. But underneath the embarrassment, something else burned. Anger. Cold, focus anger. I pulled out my phone and opened my encrypted notes app. Today's incident went into the file. Incident number 47. I didn't go home right away. I drove to a coffee shop 3 blocks from the office, somewhere nobody from work would see me. My hand still shook as I ordered. The barista gave me a concerned look, but didn't ask questions. I found a corner booth and opened my laptop. The file I'd been building sat in a password-protected folder, Project Documentation. Inside was 6 months of carefully organized evidence. Email threads showing Derek taking credit for my work. Meeting transcripts where he blamed me for his mistakes. Witness statements from colleagues who'd seen his behavior. Performance reviews. Mine were excellent until Derek arrived. Timestamp records of his comments. Screenshots of messages where he instructed me to falsify data, then denied it. I'd been meticulous. Every piece documented. Every date verified. Every witness confirmed. Tonight, I would compile it all into one formal report. Tomorrow, I would file it with HR and leadership. Derek thought he'd broken me today. He had no idea what was coming. The coffee shop closed at 9. I worked straight through until then. The report took shape slowly, carefully. I structured it like the analyst I was. Clear sections, supporting evidence, no emotional language. Just facts. Asterisk section 1. Pattern of credit theft asterisk 5 documented instances where Derek presented my work as his own. Asterisk section 2. Workplace harassment asterisk 4 to 7 incidents of public humiliation, inappropriate comments, and hostile behavior. Section 3. Professional sabotage evidence of Derek deliberately undermining my projects and reputation. Section 4. Policy violations proof he'd asked me to manipulate data, violating company ethics guidelines. Section 5. Witness corroboration statements from 3 colleagues willing to verify what they'd seen. Each section built on the last. Each piece of evidence connected to the next. By the time I finished, it was 8:47 p.m. The report was 32 pages long. Airtight, professional, devastating. I saved 3 copies, one for HR, one for the department head, one for the CEO. Then I drafted the submission email. I didn't send it immediately. I sat there, cursor hovering over the send button, heart hammering. This was it, the point of no return. If I sent this, everything would change. Derek would know I'd been documenting him. HR would launch an investigation. Leadership would get involved. There would be interviews, questions, tension. Some people might think I was overreacting. Some might say I should have just dealt with it. Some might even side with Derek. But then I remembered today, standing in that conference room, 12 colleagues watching me get torn apart. My work, good, solid work, being called garbage. The satisfaction in Derek's eyes. I clicked send. The email whooshed away. To HR Director Patricia Owens. CC, Department Head Vincent Cole. CC, CEO Amanda Reeves. Subject, formal complaint, pattern of workplace misconduct. My hands stopped shaking. For the first time in 6 months, I felt like I could breathe. Friday morning, I arrived at work expecting something, but the office looked normal. Derek walked past my desk without a word, coffee in hand. Colleagues chatted about weekend plans. The fluorescent lights hummed their usual hum. I checked my email. Nothing from HR. Maybe they hadn't read it yet. Maybe they needed time to review. Maybe Marcus Bennett. I looked up. Patricia Owens stood at my desk, professional smile in place. Could you come with me, please? Every head in the department turned. Derek looked up from his computer, eyebrows raised. I stood, legs unsteady, and followed Patricia. We walked past the conference room where I'd been humiliated, past Derek's office with his name on the door, all the way to ours wing. She opened a private conference room. Vincent Cole, my department head, sat inside. Have a seat, Marcus, Patricia said gently. This was it, the beginning of whatever came next. Patricia sat across from me, tablet in hand. Vincent looked uncomfortable, ties slightly loosened. Marcus, Patricia began, we received your report last night. I read it immediately. Vincent and I have been reviewing it since 7 this morning. My heart pounded. Okay, this is serious, she continued. Very serious. The allegations you've made are substantial. Vincent cleared his throat. Why didn't you come to us sooner? I wanted to be sure, I said quietly. I wanted documentation. I didn't want it to be my word against his. Patricia nodded slowly. That was smart. The evidence you provided is extensive, Vincent added. Detailed, time-stamped, corroborated. We're taking this very seriously, Patricia said. But I need to prepare you. This will be a process. We'll need to interview witnesses, review emails, talk to Derek. My stomach dropped. He'll know I reported him. Yes, she said honestly. He will. Vincent leaned forward. But company policy protects you from retaliation. If he attempts anything at all, you report it immediately. Patricia made a note. We're starting the investigation today. You'll likely be interviewed again. Stay available. What happens now? I asked. She looked at Vincent, then back at me. Now, we get to the truth. Walking back to my desk felt surreal. People stared. They'd seen Patricia pull me away. They were wondering. Derek watched me sit down, eyes narrowed. He didn't say anything, but his jaw was tight. I opened my computer and tried to focus on work, but concentration was impossible. Around 10:30, Patricia walked through the department, straight to Derek's office. She knocked. He looked up, smiled his charming smile. She didn't smile back. Derek, I need you to come with me. His smile faltered. Is this about the quarterly review? I can explain. Now, please. He stood, confusion crossing his face. As he passed my desk, our eyes met for half a second. He didn't look angry. He looked worried. The office went silent after he left. Then the whispers started. What's going on? Did you see Patricia's face? Something's wrong. I kept my eyes on my screen. But inside, I felt something shift. The wheels were turning. Derek didn't come back for 2 hours. When he did, his face was pale. He walked to his office without looking at anyone. His door closed. Hard. Through the glass wall, I saw him grab his phone. Whatever happened in that meeting, it wasn't good. For him, my desk phone rang. Internal call. Marcus, it's Vincent. Can you come to my office? Now. Yes. I walked across the department, feeling eyes on me again. Vincent's office was corner positioned, windows overlooking the city. He gestured to a chair. Derek was just interviewed. He said carefully, he denies everything. My chest tightened. Of course he does. But his explanations don't match the evidence. Patricia's pulling email records now. IT is recovering deleted messages. Deleted messages. Vincent nodded grimly. Apparently he has been cleaning up his digital trail. That's not going to look good for him. What happens next? I asked. HR will interview the witnesses you listed. Then they'll make a recommendation to leadership. He paused. Studying me. You did the right thing, Marcus. This took courage. I nodded, throat tight. But courage didn't feel like courage. It felt like standing on the edge of a cliff. The weekend crawled by. I couldn't stop checking my email. No update from HR. No calls. Just silence. I tried to distract myself. Errands, a movie, anything. But my mind kept replaying that conference room. Derek's voice, you're incompetent. The faces of my colleagues, silent, uncomfortable. The humiliation, hot and sharp. Sunday night, I barely slept. Monday morning, I walked into the office expecting tension. What I got was chaos. Hushed conversations stopped when I passed. People looked at me differently, not with pity, but with something else. Respect? Curiosity? Derek's office door was closed all morning. Around 11, Patricia appeared again. This time, she went to 3 different desks. Angela from reporting, Travis from client services, and Bethany from operations. All 3 followed her separately throughout the day. The witnesses, they were being interviewed. Derek stayed locked in his office, blinds drawn. At 3 p.m., Vincent called an emergency department meeting. Everyone gathered in the main conference room, the same one where I'd been humiliated. Just a routine update, Vincent announced. Nothing to worry about. But his face said otherwise. The meeting was short. Vincent talked about quarterly goals and upcoming projects. But nobody was really listening. Everyone was watching Derek, who sat in the back corner, arms crossed. His usual confidence was gone. He looked smaller. After the meeting ended, I gathered my things quickly. Derek caught me at the elevator. We need to talk, he said quietly. I don't think that appropriate. Marcus, please. His voice cracked slightly. Whatever you told HR, I told them the truth. I've been under a lot of pressure. If I came across harsh sometimes, I'm sorry, but harsh! I turned to face him. You called my work garbage in front of everyone. You took credit for my strategies. You've been harassing me for 6 months. That's not... I didn't mean... The elevator dinged. Doors opened. I stepped inside. You humiliated me, I said quietly. Now you want my sympathy. He opened his mouth to respond. The doors closed. His face disappeared. I exhaled slowly. That was the last time Derek would corner me. Tuesday morning, the office felt different. Derek wasn't at his desk. His office stayed dark. People whispered more openly now. Did you hear HR interviewed 3 people yesterday? Someone said there's an investigation. About what? About Derek. I kept my head down, working through reports. But around 10 a.m., Patricia sent an email. Asterisk asterisk subject. Investigation update asterisk asterisk. Asterisk Marcus. Thank you for your patience. We've completed initial interviews and evidence review. A meeting has been scheduled with leadership for tomorrow morning. You'll be updated by end of day Wednesday. Please continue normal work duties. Patricia asterisk. Normal work duties. As if anything was normal. Lunchtime. Angela approached my desk. Marcus, can we talk? Outside. We went to the courtyard. She looked nervous. HR asked me about Derek, she said quietly. About things I'd seen. What did you tell them? The truth. That I saw him present your client retention plan as his own. That I heard him mock you during team lunches. She paused. I should have said something sooner. It's okay. It's not okay. Her voice shook. We all saw it happening. We all stayed quiet. I didn't know what to say. She looked at me with something like admiration. You were brave. Wednesday morning arrived with rain. I sat at my desk, checking email every few minutes. Derek's office stayed empty. Rumor was he'd been placed on administrative leave pending the investigation. Nobody confirmed it, but nobody denied it either. At 2 p.m., my phone rang. Patricia. Marcus, can you come to the executive conference room? 4th floor. My stomach dropped. Now. Yes, it's important. I took the elevator up, legs unsteady. The executive floor was different. Quieter, more expensive furniture, better lighting. Patricia met me at the conference room door. Inside sat 3 people. Amanda Reeves, CEO. Vincent Cole, department head. And someone I didn't recognize, a man in a sharp suit with a legal pad. Marcus, this is Thomas Flynn, our chief legal counsel, Amanda said. Please, sit. I sat today. Amanda folded her hands on the table. We've completed our investigation, she began. My heart hammered. And we want to thank you for bringing this matter to our attention. I blinked. Thank me? The evidence you provided was comprehensive and credible, Thomas added. Your documentation made our investigation significantly easier. Vincent nodded. Multiple witnesses corroborated your account. Amanda's expression hardened. Derek's behavior violated company policy in multiple areas. Harassment, credit theft, retaliation, even attempted data manipulation. What happens now? I asked quietly. Derek's employment has been terminated, Amanda said. Effective immediately. I sat there, letting those words sink in. Terminated. Derek was gone. He was escorted from the building this morning, Thomas explained. He will not be returning. We're also implementing department-wide training on workplace conduct, Vincent added, and revising our reporting procedures. Amanda leaned forward. Marcus, I want you to understand something. What you did took courage. You documented systematically. You followed proper channels. You protected not just yourself, but potentially others. Derek had complaints filed against him at his previous company, Thomas revealed. They were settled quietly. If you hadn't come forward, this pattern would have continued. I felt something release in my chest. We failed you, Amanda continued. The signs were there. We should have caught this sooner. What matters is you caught it now, I said quietly. She nodded. We'd like to offer you something, Vincent said. Derek's team lead position is open. We want to restructure the role, but we think you'd be an excellent fit. I stared. Derek's position. You've proven you have the skills, the integrity, and the leadership quality we need, Amanda said. Think about it. We'll discuss details next week. I left that conference room in a daze. Derek was gone, and I'd been offered his job. The news spread through the office like wildfire. By Thursday morning, everyone knew Derek was gone, but nobody knew exactly why. I didn't confirm anything. HR had asked me to keep details confidential, but people could guess. Angela stopped by my desk. Is it true? Did they really fire him? I can't talk about it, I said carefully. She smiled. Good. You shouldn't have to. Travis from Client Services sent me a message. Whatever you did, thank you. Even Bethany, who rarely spoke to anyone, nodded at me in the break room. Derek's office was being cleared out. His nameplate was already gone. I walked past it on my way to a meeting and stopped. Just for a moment. That office, where he'd sat smug and untouchable for 8 months. Empty now. Vincent appeared beside me. "Strange, isn't it?" he said. "How quickly things change." "Yeah." "For what it's worth, Marcus, the team looks up to you now. They see what integrity looks like." I nodded, throat tight. "Think about that position," he added. "You'd be good at it." Friday afternoon, I accepted the promotion. Not Derek's exact role. They restructured it, removing some of the unchecked authority he'd abused. But it was still a leadership position. Still a title. Still validation. "Congratulations," Amanda said when I signed the paperwork. "You've earned this." The official announcement went out Monday morning. Asterisk subject. Department leadership change asterisk. Asterisk, please join us in congratulating Marcus Bennett on his promotion to senior strategy lead. Marcus has been with Summit Analytics for 4 years and has consistently demonstrated excellence, integrity, and leadership. He will officially begin his new role next Monday. Asterisk, my phone lit up with messages. Angela, yes, this is perfect. Travis, congrats, man. Well deserved. Even people from other departments reached out. I sat at my desk, soon to be moved to a larger office, and thought about the journey. 6 months of documentation. 6 months of humiliation. 1 32-page report. And now this. Derek thought he destroyed me in that conference room. Instead, he triggered his own downfall. The irony was almost poetic. My first day in the new role felt surreal. I moved into the corner office, not Derek's old one, but a different space. Bigger windows, better light. The team gathered for a morning meeting, and for the first time, I sat at the head of the table. "I know this transition is sudden," I began, "but I want you to know my door is always open. I believe in transparency, collaboration, and giving credit where it's due." Angela smiled. Travis nodded. Bethany actually made eye contact. "If anyone has concerns, ideas, or feedback, I want to hear it," I continued. "We're a team. We succeed together." The meeting went smoothly. Afterward, Angela lingered. "That was different," she said. "Derek never asked for our input." "I'm not Derek." "Thank God for that." She paused at the door. "Marcus, I just want to say what you did inspired me. I've dealt with difficult managers before and never said anything. You showed me it's possible to fight back. The right way." I didn't know how to respond. She smiled and left. I sat in my new office, looking out at the city. This was just the beginning. 2 weeks into my new position, I learned something interesting. Derek had tried to file a wrongful termination claim. Thomas, the legal counsel, called me to his office. "I wanted you to know," he said. "Derek's lawyers sent a letter. They are claiming the termination was retaliatory." My stomach dropped. Retaliatory for what? "For him addressing your performance issues," Thomas said with air quotes. "His argument is that you filed a false complaint to get him fired." "That's absurd." "It's also baseless." Thomas leaned back. "Your documentation is ironclad. We have witnesses, email records, his own deleted messages that IT recovered. His case won't go anywhere. But is trying. He's desperate. People like Derek don't take accountability. They blame everyone else." Thomas slid a folder across his desk. This is his employment file from his previous company. The sealed complaints. His patent goes back years. I opened it. 3 formal complaints at his last job, all describing the same behavior. Harassment, credit theft, intimidation, all settled with non-disclosure agreements. "He has done this before," I whispered. "And he would have kept doing it," Thomas said. "You stopped him." Derek's wrongful termination claim died quietly. His lawyers reviewed the evidence and advised him to drop it. No lawsuit, no settlement, no apology, just silence. Meanwhile, my team thrived. We hit quarterly targets. Morale improved. People actually smiled in meetings. I implemented new protocols. transparent credit for work, open feedback channels, anonymous reporting systems. You're changing the culture, Vincent told me during a review. Keep it up. 3 months into my new role, I received an email from HR. Subject, Workplace Leadership Award nomination. Asterisk Marcus. You've been nominated by your team for the annual Workplace Leadership Award. Congratulations. Asterisk, I stare at the screen. My team, the same people who'd watched Derek humiliate me. They nominated me. Angela had written the nomination. I found out later when she told me. Grinning, you deserved it, she said. You showed us what real leadership looks like. I won the award. At the ceremony, Amanda presented it personally. Marcus demonstrated courage, integrity, and professionalism during a difficult situation, she announced. He's exactly the kind of leader we need. The applause felt genuine, warm, real. 6 months after Derek's termination, I ran into someone from his previous company. A conference. Industry networking event. You work with Derek Hale, right? The woman asked. Briefly, she lowered her voice. I heard what happened, that he was fired. I can't really discuss it. I understand. I just wanted to say thank you. I blinked. For what? He did the same thing to me. Years ago, I complained, and they made it go away with money and an NDA. I always wondered if he'd do it again. Her eyes were sad. You stopped him, she said quietly. You actually stopped him. After she walked away, I stood there, processing. How many people had Derek hurt? How many stayed silent? How many took settlements and disappeared? I'd been lucky. Lucky to have documentation. Lucky to have a company that listened. Lucky to have colleagues who corroborated. But luck wasn't enough. The system needed to change. And maybe in some small way, my case helped change it. A year after the conference room incident, I led a company-wide training on workplace conduct. Standing at the front of the room, I looked at faces old and new. Harassment isn't always obvious, I said. Sometimes it's subtle. Comments, credit theft, public humiliation. People listen, but documentation is powerful. Evidence is powerful. Your voice is powerful. I clicked to the next slide. If you experience misconduct, report it. If you witness it, speak up. If you stay silent, patterns continue. After the training, a young analyst approached me. Mr. Bennett, I just want to say, your story helped me. I've been experiencing something similar with my supervisor. My chest tightened. Have you reported it? I'm scared. I was too, I admitted. But staying silent doesn't protect you. It protects them. She nodded slowly. Come to my office tomorrow, I said gently. We'll talk. I'll help you document everything. She did. And 2 weeks later, she filed a formal complaint. The cycle I'd broken was staying broken. 18 months after Derek's termination, the company promoted me again, Director of Strategic Operations. The announcement came with a personal note from Amanda. Asterisk Marcus, your leadership has transformed not just your team, but our entire workplace culture. Thank you for your courage and your continued excellence. Asterisk, I moved to the executive floor. Better office. Bigger responsibilities. But the weight felt different now. Lighter. Because I'd earned it. Not through politics or theft or manipulation. Through actual work. Through integrity. Through speaking up when it mattered. Derek's shadow was completely gone. The department he'd poisoned was healthy again. The people he'd hurt were healing. And I, the incompetent analyst he'd tried to destroy, was thriving. Sometimes at night, I still thought about that conference room. His voice, you're incompetent. The silence of my colleagues. The humiliation. But now, I also remember what came after. The investigation. The termination. The promotion. The award. The change. One moment of courage had altered everything. Not just for me. For everyone who'd been watching. 2 years after the incident, I received a LinkedIn message. From Derek. Asterisk Marcus. I know you probably don't want to hear from me. I just want to say I'm sorry for how I treated you. I was wrong. I've spent the last 2 years in therapy working on myself. I understand now What I did was unacceptable. I hope you're doing well. Derek asterisk. I stared at the message for a long time. Part of me wanted to ignore it. Part of me wanted to respond with anger. But mostly I felt nothing. His apology didn't undo the damage, but it acknowledged it. And maybe that was enough. I typed a brief response. Asterisk Derek. I appreciate the message. I hope you've learned from this experience. Take care. Marcus asterisk short. Professional. Final. I closed the message and didn't look back. Derek was part of my past, but he wasn't my present, and he definitely wasn't my future. I'd moved on, not just past him, past the hurt, past the anger, past the need for validation from someone who'd never truly seen my worth, because now I saw it myself, and that was enough. Today, I walked into the office, my office on the executive floor, and smiled. The team I led was thriving. The culture we'd built was strong. The policies we'd implemented were protecting people. I thought about the Marcus from 2 years ago, standing in that conference room, being called incompetent, feeling small, feeling helpless, feeling alone. If I could talk to him now, I'd tell him this. Asterisk, that moment won't break you. It will build you. The humiliation you feel right now will become fuel. The anger will become action. The fear will become courage. Asterisk, you'll document everything. You'll file that report. You'll tell the truth. Asterisk, and the man who tried to destroy you will destroy himself. Asterisk, you'll get promoted. You'll earn respect. You'll change the culture. Asterisk, you'll help others find their voice. And one day, you'll stand in an executive office and realize his cruelty didn't define you. Your response did. I looked at my reflection in the window. The same person, but different, stronger, braver, free. Derek thought that conference room would be my ending. Instead, it was my beginning. And I was just getting started.